Today I'm going to answer two subscriber Q&As. The first one says that her daughter's in grade 1 and can't read. Her daughter has trouble pronouncing 3-letter words and she wants to know how to help her. The second question is from an adult who wants to get better at reading. First, I will talk about how to help children read better, but most of this information also applies to adults. The first thing you need to address is what we call phonemic awareness. The simple definition of this is being able to identify each sound in a word and move it around. It's a very important skill that shows that a child is ready to learn to read. If a child does not have good phonemic awareness, it will be very hard for him or her to learn to read. The way to see how your child's phonemic awareness is to play games that I'm about to talk about. You should only do these for about 5 to 15 minutes at a time and always stop before the child is frustrated. The first game is to talk about the first sound in a word. For example, you could say, "What's the first sound of the word cat?" See if they can tell you k. Make sure that you try to use the pure sound of k. Don't say ka. Just like if you're talking about the word rat, don't say ruh, but rather r. Another game is to ask the child to find another word. For example, what is another word that starts with the k sound? Your child might answer can, car, candy. For this game, we want to make sure the sound matches. It doesn't matter if the spelling matches. We are only paying attention to the sound. To see if your child can blend words, you could ask the following question. What word do the sounds at make? Try drawing the sounds out. Don't just do at. Draw the sounds out if you can. At, mat. Not all sounds can be held like this. These are the letters that you can hold. For blending, first have the child say it slowly, then say it fast. For example, if we had the word rat, it could be at, then say it a little faster, rat, then say it fast, rat. Segmenting is breaking words apart into sounds. For example, what sounds do you hear in rat? At. Again, you want the pure sound of r. Don't say ruh. Likewise, you want to say t, not tuh. Deleting sounds is a game where you ask a child what the new word would be if you removed one of the sounds. For example, what word do you have if you remove the k sound from cat? In this case, the answer would be at. Substituting sounds. What happens if you change the t in cat to the n sound? That would give us k, an, can. Adding sounds. What word do you have if you add the k sound to the word rash? K, rash, crash. Rhyming. Tell me some words that rhyme with cat. Bat, fat, hat, mat, pat, rat, sat. If these games are hard, your child probably isn't ready to learn to read yet. Just keep playing them until they're easy. Don't give up. You don't have to play all the games every time, and you don't have to do them all at once. You could try one with breakfast, one with lunch, one when you're out shopping. If you think your child has good phonemic awareness, then you're ready for the next steps. For all of these, there are links in the video's description. Get some flashcards with the letters or find some sort of game to work on the letter names. Then the next step is to find the Leapfrog's Letter Factory cartoon on YouTube. When my oldest son was 3, I had him watch this video every day for about a week. By the end of the week, he could do all the short vowel sounds and the most common consonant sound for all of them. It's a great video and very memorable. Each sound has a little song to go for it. For example, for the letter A, they have a monster jump out and scare the kids, and then they go, ah! And then he tells them, that's right, the letter A here says ah. After the Letter Factory comes Leapfrog's Talking Words Factory. In this cartoon, the kids learn to use vowels as the glue to hold the consonants together to make words. While your child's watching these videos over and over, you should be watching my videos about how to blend short vowel sounds for examples of how to blend words. You can also begin watching the videos in my 50 reading lesson bootcamp. Once your child knows the basic letter sounds from the Letter Factory, and has the general idea of how to glue sounds together using vowels, it's time to begin going through the book Phonics Pathways with him or her, or Word Mastery. I would recommend using both of these books. If I had to pick one, it would be Phonics Pathways, but if money is really tight, you can download Word Mastery for free. There's also another Leapfrog video called Word Caper. You want to be patient. The process of teaching a child to read when they're little takes years. If your child is older and behind, you may be able to catch up in months, but it's possible it could still take years. You want to limit each lesson to 5 to 15 minutes and always stop before the child is upset. Keep repeating lessons until they're easy. Don't move on until a child can get 80 to 90% correct. One of the most important rules besides patience is don't allow guessing. If he is struggling, remind him of the sounds in the word. For example, let's say we have the word cash, and he looks at it and says, k, a, s, Cass. You would say, look at the SH. Those two letters make one sound. Do you remember what it is? It's sh. For things like these digraphs where you have two letters that make one sound, you may need to have him underline or circle the SH in the word to remember that it's one sound. Another example is that the word on the page is home, but there's a picture of a house, and so your daughter guesses house. You might say, what's the first sound? It's h. What's the second sound? Do you see the silent E at the end of the word? What does it do to the O 2 letters before it? It makes it have the long sound. So we have h, om. Can you say it fast? You want to make sure that she doesn't keep guessing because of pictures. Many children will guess if there are pictures on the page. You want to spend most of the time having them read words and sentences without pictures. Phonics Pathways and Word Mastery have very few pictures. Now I'm going to tell you about the secret weapon to fighting guessing, nonsense words. If you have a made-up word, you have to sound it out. You can't guess at it. For example, if I just showed you these words, you have no choice but to try to sound them out. K, ax, cax, ib, vib. Here we have the SH that says sh. Ish, lish. CH says ch most of the time. Ch, at, chat. Here we have the silent E. We'll make the A have its long sound. Ape, hape. So if your child has a really, really bad habit with guessing words, you want to find lists of nonsense words and work on them until the habit is broken. Now, what if you're an adult and you're trying to help yourself? First, can you do the phonemic awareness games? If those are easy, then I would recommend you start with my 50 reading lesson boot camp. There might be specific phonics rules you're missing. I would suggest that for each new slide on the video, pause it and read it out loud before restarting the video to see if you're correct. Once you've gone through those 50 lessons, do the 15 more reading lessons video. Then you should watch some of my videos about prefixes and suffixes. Knowing about them is the secret to reading long words. For example, once you get past about 8 letters, if you have a 15-letter word, for example, it's probably going to have 1 or more prefixes or suffixes. So if you can find them, you can break the word apart into small pieces you already know how to read. If you can read the lower level stuff easily, but you still feel stuck, then I would suggest you watch my syllable division boot camp or the Unlock the Secret Tackle Long Words Syllable by Syllable videos. Those show you how to break longer words into syllables to be able to read them correctly. Once you've gone through those, try my accented syllables video. This one is especially helpful for English language learners. I would also suggest the videos in the Schwa and High School Phonics playlists. After all of those, if you're still having trouble reading, you might want to consider if you need to work on vocabulary. It's harder to catch mistakes in reading words if you've never seen them before or heard them before. I hope all of this is helpful. If you still have questions, please post them in the comments, and I might be able to feature them in a future subscriber question and answer video.